the reason we have a great relationship with them is that we co-signed Yokasta Valle, which was our first world champion with GoldenBoy, because the idea behind that was, first of all, there's no ego. Like, for me, it's not. That's the reason.
I remember you telling me that.
Done. There's no ego. So
I remember you telling me that.
Like, one of the biggest fights that people want to see is Yokasta against Sinisa.
Well, that's gonna be a good one.
Those are, the best fighters in that division. And at the time, I knew I had a world champion. I knew I had a superstar world champion. Like, we were doing shows in Costa Rica. She was selling out arenas. 6,000, 7,000 people. So I knew what we had, but at the time, GoldenBoy and the world.
I'm not gonna cut you off, but I do remember, and correct me if I'm wrong, you were saying that they hadn't had the full belief in her yet because she right.
Yeah,
and you were telling them, hey, you gotta watch out. Yeah. You gotta keep an eye out here, right? Yeah. But you guys continue to put in the work to prove and bring it to the table.
Right. In the beginning, when we were negotiating, it was, to them, it was just another fight, another fighter. Come in, you get a small paycheck, and then you go back home. You come and you leave your title here, and that's it, right? And I said, no, listen, we have a superstar here. We're not going to sell her out. And that's the important thing about fighters having a promoter, behind them. And
that believes in them, right?
Look for their best interest. Because for me, as a promoter, I could have said, look, this is a quick check. Let's just cash in and let's go. And I said, no, that's not the game plan. I said, the game plan is going to be that we're going to go ahead and continue fighting. We're not going to take that fight. We're not just going to take any paycheck. You're a superstar, In her country, the whole country was shut down. She would be on TV, national television, every time she fought. So we decided to just keep pushing. So it's not the time. It's not the time right now. We're not here for the money. We're here to build world champions and superstars in boxing, and for the world to get to know those that haven't got the opportunity to be known. So what we did is we would do fights the same night that Sinisa Estrada would fight,
Oh, no.
and nice. While she was being doing a co-main event fight, we would put Yokasta as a main event fighter, and showing she was selling out arenas, thousands and thousands of people.
All present. Strategy.
Yeah, and
there you go.
And even one night I remember it was December. We had an all women's card. It was all women's card in Costa Rica. And right after the fight, Sinisa Estrada, right after her fight, she said, "Oh, we're coming next year. We're coming for Yokasta Valle, from Costa Rica." I got it on video. I recorded it because it was like, okay, so now
we got their attention.
Now it's like, this is how you promote. And then eventually, when they saw the value of signing her, they said, you know what, let's work together. And I'm like, I'm open for it. I don't care. I'll work with Matchroom. I'll work with PBC. I'll work with Top Rank.
That's what you told me. So I do remember that. And you said, now that they're paying attention, my pride's not in it. And I'm not going to say, oh, you didn't want to work with us then. No. I don't want to work with you now.
No.
So you deliberately told her, and I remember almost word for word, you said, my pride, I don't have pride in this. I can't have pride in this.
We can't. No.
So now that they're knocking for the opportunity, now we're going to see what the best situation
Absolutely.
is for the fight.
That's the reason that boxing is suffering right now.
Pride.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like everybody,
too much pride.
Yeah. Just, everybody has their pride on why I can't work with you, or whatever the reason is.
Right.
And, we as businessmen, we have to see what the best thing is for the business of boxing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
For the fans.
Yeah, for the fans, most definitely.
So Sinisa was still with GoldenBoy when we signed her. So we were like, oh man, it's like we had a game plan. This is what's going to happen, and we're going to eventually do this, this fight. But like a few weeks after we signed, Sinisa Estrada left GoldenBoy and went and signed with Top Rank.
Dang.
But the goal is still the same though. The fight is still gonna.
Yeah, because GoldenBoy and Top Rank, they do business, right?
Yeah.
If it's right, obviously.
If it's right, yeah. They'll do business, and right now that's gonna be the next fight coming up. Right now, Sinisa's gonna fight for the WBC title, from what I understand, and now both champions will be unified champions. She's trying to unify right now. Yokasta's already unified. She unified at 105, and then she just unified at 108 right now. So, what I'm saying, she's a 3-division champion. Yokasta has fought everybody and anybody. And the difference is this. everybody said, well, she has 2 losses. Yes, she has 2 losses, but if you look at those losses, she really won those fights. But she fought in Japan, she fought in Germany.
In their backyard.
She didn't have a promoter back then. She didn't have anybody to protect her. She went in their backyard, literally, almost knocked out the champ and still took a loss. That's what happens. It happens a lot,
right?
But now it's different. Now it's like she has that promoter that will put her in a safe environment. It's up to her to win the fight, obviously, because this last fight was a tough fight. It wasn't easy. There was a lot of people who doubted she could win that fight. That girl, did you know that girl had not lost a fight, from what I understand? She had not lost a professional fight or even an amateur fight.
Really?
That's what I was told.
Not even an amateur fight?
That's what I was told.
Dude,
75 fights.
that's like Lomachenko
75 fights?
Yeah. She's a little beast, man. If people didn't know about her, for the same reason, this is what I'm telling you.
The girl from Argentina, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
that's what I'm telling you. The lack of having a platform to tell your story to people to know you. She's a superstar in Argentina too, but nobody knew her out here. But she was a tough fighter.
That was a tough fight. That was a really tough fight. Yeah.
Honestly, they didn't give Yokasta really, the people that I was seeing some of the podcasts, they didn't give her an opportunity to win that fight because the other girl is originally a 108 pound fighter. Yokasta's 105. The other girl, should have been a bigger fighter, but Yokasta has a heart of a champion, man. And it was a really good fight. It was a good fight. So
it was a good fight. How was it building Yokasta and taking her and elevating her to the next level?
You know what? It's not easy. It wasn't easy. Just like her and most fighters. Even though you believe in something special, it's sometimes hard for people to believe and give people an opportunity or to support. But what does make it easy is just when you have a fighter that has hunger, a desire. She trains like no other fighter that I've met. She runs Volcano at 4 a.m. Doesn't matter if it's like raining. You won't see me in the rain, bro. If it rains, I'm inside. I'm not coming out.
So I follow Coach G on Instagram, right?
Yeah.
And you're part of her training camp too, right? Are you still with her?
Yeah.
Bro, when they run in the morning, all the boys are in the back.
Yeah.
And Yokasta, bro, she's spearheaded in front of everybody.
Absolutely.
It's mental, man. It's that mental.
And then it's funny because she's like walking backwards and she's just like, come on, guys.
Yeah.
You guys got to keep up.
Everybody else dying.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
And you just hear Coach G, bro, like laughing. She's like, come on, boys. You guys got to keep up.
Nah, it's crazy. One time she gave us like a 10-minute head start and she still passed us.
What?
Yeah, bro. She's crazy.
10 minutes?
Yes.
Yeah, like 10
No.
minutes.
Yes.
She's just, I don't know.
And it's uphill, bro. It's not like
uphill.
flat. It's uphill.
Mountains, yes.
Dude.
She has a condition like no other fighter that I've seen.
Dude,
Yeah.